everyone, today we're going to be reviewing TEKS 7.8, Earth and Space. Our main topics are weathering and erosion, catastrophic events, and groundwater, but we're also going to slip a few other things in there. Hope you like it.
Hi, I'm Ellie.
And I'm Sarah.
And we are about to experience some weather issues.
Like a flood, perhaps?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Let's go see what happens.
To the house.
Just a normal day.
Flash flood!
No flash flood.
As you can see by all the water around us,
A catastrophic event.
such as a hurricane, tornado, or flood.
This flash flood was a destructive event, which is normally a very natural occurrence.
Common misconception is that taping windows is helpful in preparing for hurricanes, but the truth is that physicists and structural engineers claim that there is no measurable added protection by doing so. One way to keep your windows safe is by using hurricane shutters, which we will talk about in our next segment about building codes.
Did you know that builders have to go by some pretty strict building codes because of catastrophic events? Like in Corpus Christi, they have to have hurricane window shutters for their windows to make sure that the glass doesn't break in the case of a hurricane. Also, in Chile, they have to use reinforced concrete and steel as the materials because it's a high-risk area of earthquakes. Did you know that also another job made by catastrophic events is the Red Cross? Who knew? Here's an activity for you guys at home. We're going to make a tornado in a bottle, kind of like this. All you need is a clear bottle with a waterproof lid, some water, some dish soap, some glitter, and a pencil. First, you're going to take your bottle and take off the lid. Now get your dish soap and put just a few drops of dish soap in the bottom. Now take your water and pour it most of the way full, but not all the way. Now take your glitter and uncap it, and take your pencil and dip it in the extra water. Now put the top of your pencil into the glitter and just get a little bit of glitter. Make sure to lid the glitter afterwards. Now take your pencil and put it in there, and the glitter should come right off. Now lid the bottle and spin, and it should become a tornado. Or a hurricane, because they're basically the same thing, right?
No, Ellie. A hurricane is a powerful spiraling storm that forms over warm water near the equator.
And a tornado is a large vortex of violently spinning winds that have the appearance of a funnel-shaped cloud that are moving between a large storm and the ground.
Similar, but not the same thing.
Okay.
Now to talk about weathering and erosion.
Did you know that me just stopping on this rock is technically weathering? It doesn't all have to do with the weather.
Thanks to Sarah, I know that I just weathered this rock. Even though it may not turn into a paste of sand for another billion years of me walking on it, I know I just weathered it. You may think this is erosion, but it's not. Let's go learn more about erosion with Kinsey and Monica.
Hi, Monica. Hi, Kinsey. So we just saw Ellie and Sarah, but I'm still really confused. Is weathering the same thing as erosion?
Well, weathering is the physical and chemical process that breaks down rock on their surface, and erosion is the process that removes the weathered rock and soil.
Oh, okay. Can we go see some erosion?
Yeah, of course.
Well, you know that weathering can provide a lot of jobs. They're jobs that you normally wouldn't think about. Like, remember when we weren't allowed to run on the track? Well, that provides jobs. It's the same thing with roads. There are people who will come out and fix the roads when they've been weathered. So this is a tiny example of a stream or a river. All the rocks are getting weathered down by other rocks in the water around it. Then erosion would take place, carrying the sediments further downstream.
Now to talk about groundwater.
Now, speaking of water, let's get to groundwater.
Okay, so I know most of you guys go to Barton Springs on a hot summer's day to cool off. Well, Barton Springs is fed from groundwater, which is water underneath the ground that seeps up to the surface. Eventually, all groundwater will recharge and flow to the surface. Filling a large area like this pool. Now, the study of the distribution and movement of groundwater is known as hydrogeology or groundwater hydrology.
Groundwater also makes a lot of jobs for us, like the Texas Resource Management, which takes care of Edwards Aquifer.
An aquifer is a wet layer of permeable rocks such as sand, gravel, or silt that can be extracted from the ground using a water well.
Most of our water is from Edwards Aquifer, so don't go spilling any toxic chemicals around the sign that says recharge zone.
So, recharge is the process by which water replenishes an aquifer. Rainwater comes to the ground and filters through the rock and soil into an aquifer. The land where an aquifer is recharged is called a recharge zone.
I thought a recharge zone was when the groundwater came up to the surface.
No. But it's okay. A lot of people think that. Did you know that groundwater is above and below the ground?
I thought it was just below the ground.
No, that's a very common misconception.
Sarah!
Hey, Kenzie!
I just found a really cool stream, or brook, or creek, or whatever. They're the same thing.
Actually, they're not. A creek is an intermittent flow of water that may not always be full. A stream is a small flow of water that could be up to 4 feet across, and a brook is a large stream, up to 12 feet across, and a river is a large natural stream of water flowing in a channel to the sea, a river, or a stream.
Whoa! I didn't know that!
Thanks for watching. Hope this helped you for your TEKS test. And remember, science can be fun.